We're out here on Lake Grapevine learning how to sail. Whether you've never been on a sailboat or you know how to sail, there are classes for all skill levels. I think sailboats are so cool. Tell me a little bit about the experiences that you guys offer at Island Bound.
So primarily we are an ASA affiliated training center. We've been here for a long time and we like to teach people how to sail. So we have 3 different boats in this marina. One first is a tiller boat, smaller boat, where the rudder is directly connected to a tiller and you can manage the boat around that way, make it steer that way. Then we have 2 other boats with wheels, which the majority of our customers are going somewhere bigger than the lake. So they'll start at the lake and then they'll go to somewhere nice and sail.
Wow, and I'm sure it's a lot different sailing in the ocean compared to sailing on the lake.
It is. The lake, the good thing about Lake Grapevine, very safe. The waters are easy to navigate in the sailboat because these have a keel which is below the water line, and it makes it so that you could catch a tree or something below the water. Lake Grapevine's got a lot of accessibility for sailboats. And it's relatively safe because you're never real far from shore. You can see the shore from every point on the lake, and it's very comforting to take that out of the mess that people might be a little apprehensive about being on the water. So,
yeah, that would definitely make me feel more comfortable being able to see the land and still be on the boat.
yes.
So for somebody like me who's never been on a sailboat before, has no clue the first thing about sailing, how long would it take to be able to sail?
Well, we like to do discover sails first and get people out and have them cruise around on the boat. Then it's actually about, everything depends upon the student. You have a series of goals to meet as you're underway, and it's up to the instructor to make sure you're comfortable and safe. Our big thing is getting people confident that they can do it, because anybody can do this who really wants to. We're going to do a tack. So if we want to tack, we want to turn the boat around. We want to go the other direction, and we say prepare to come about. You get your crew ready, and we're the whole crew, so we'll be ready. But you just say prepare to come about, ready, and then you go helmsily or hardily, and I'll tell you what that means later.
Okay.
But that's part of the call outs for ASA, and we're going to go to starboard.
Starboard, yes.
and just do it at once.
Okay.
And then I'll tell you when to start recovering.
Prepare to tack.
Ready, heartily. And you know it's not going to take much, right?
Right.
And there's your sail filled. That's kind of what you did last time, but you weren't ready for it.
Right.
And that's good. Start a slow recovery back. You good? We'll go this way a little bit. No, you did a little bit extra. You can feel it. So
Yeah.
you corrected before I said it. That was good. Because you can definitely feel it in the wheel.
Yeah. Okay, so in a discovery sail, how long is that, and do people get to actually get behind the wheel like this?
Yes, you're part of one. But it is it's 2 hours on the water with an instructor, a very qualified instructor, and you learn about sailing and how the boat works, and you decide, well, maybe I don't want to take lessons, but I will say we're pretty much sure if you go through a full discover sail and the winds are good, you'll be back.
So those sunset sails, that's something else you offer if people don't want to actually learn how to get behind the wheel?
Exactly. They just want to ride, or they may have never ridden on a sailboat and they want to try it out. That's the ideal way to do it, because it's a BYOB experience also, or most of the time it's just couples want to do something different on date night that's not their normal, and they can come out and enjoy a nice evening ride on the lake.
Guys, this has been an absolute blast, and if you want to try your hand at sailing, head to our website, cw33.com. We've got all the booking information linked right there.